गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाचेभिर्वाचिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुतते नमः यातगिषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः शिवा शरव्यायातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया याते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिजाकशीः यामिषं गिरिशं हस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहिगुंसि पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषक् अहेगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयत् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये क्षेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिताः सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेड ईमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रे गोविलोहितः उदैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुतहार्यः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अधो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो गरं नमः प्रमुञ्जधन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरात्रियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवतत्य धनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु धे निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्यं धनुःकपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुं उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निशं गधिः या देहेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अधो यगिषुदिस्तवारे अस्मन्निदेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय द्विषीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बब्लुषाय विव्याधिने नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगदां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तताविने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नम उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते भक्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृत्स्नभीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सगमानाय निर्व्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः श्लिकाविभ्यो जिगागुंसद्भ्यो मुष्टतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो नक्तं शरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नम उष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नम गिषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नम आसीनेभ्यश्च यानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो श्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः शुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः संग्रहेतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः गिषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः शनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शुभ्यः शुभदिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो नीडुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृद्ध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे च जिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय च वस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय च पगल्भाय च नमो जगन्याय च बुद्ध्याय च नमः सोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नम उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च वसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चाशुरधाय च नमः शूराय च वविन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरूधिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च गणन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषुधिमते च नमः तीक्ष्णे शवे च युधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूर्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कोप्याय च भट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईद्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्मियाय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ हर 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 ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमः ताम्राय च ऋणाय च नमः शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमः ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च भार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आर्याय च लाध्याय च नमः चष्प्याय च भेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नमगिरिण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगंशिलाय च शयनाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमः तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः चुष्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय सूर्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्ण्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशद्याय च नमो पगुरमाणाय चाभिघ्नते च नमः आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वक्किरिकेभ्यो देवानागमृतयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पदे दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणां येषां पशूनां मा भेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत् या ते रुद्रशिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाह भेषजे शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजे तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने शयद्वीराय प्रवरामहे मतिम् यथा नश्यमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननादुरम् मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृते क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्चं च योश्चमनुराय जे पिता तदश्यामतव रुद्रप्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुदमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुदमान उक्षितम् मानो वधे पितरं मोद मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वदेर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ते गोग्रमुत पूरुषग्रे क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षाजनो अधिजदेव ब्रूह्यता जन चन्म यच्चद्विबरुहाः स्तुहि श्रुतं गर्दसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्रुमुग्रम् मृडाजरिद्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मदिरघायोः अवस्थिरा मगवद्व्यस्तनुष्वमेद्वस्तोकाय तनयाय मृडया मेढुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्यं वसानमाचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहे विगिरित विलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुण्येतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रदा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचेनामुखाकृते सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्याम् तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसे अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेन्दरिक्षे भवाधि नीलग्रीवाचितिकण्ठा शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाचितिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासकवर्धिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु विपदो जनान् ये पदां पदिरक्षय ऐलभृदाय व्युदः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति गावन्तो निषङ्गिणः ययेतावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसे नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषावन्नं वातो वरुषमिषभस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचेर्दश दक्षिणादश प्रतीचेर्दशोदीचेर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयं दिष्मो यश्च नोद्वेष्टितं भोजम्भे दधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्रौ यो अप्सु य ओषधेषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना बिभेष तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि तमुष्टुहि यस्विषुस्तु धन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वा महेशो मनसाय रुद्रं नमो बिर्देवमसुरं दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगं शिवाभिमरुषणः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Om Shri Sai Ram. Beloved Bhagwan, we invoke your divine presence and benediction on this most auspicious occasion of the Silver Jubilee celebrations of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, Prashanti Gram, Puttaparthi. Lord, accept the loving pranams of all the staff of your hospital. We begin the evening's program with an invocatory dance presentation by the children of the staff of the hospital. Anandam Tava Darshanam.
दयानिधिं सनातनसारथिं वदनं मतिमधुरम् कुटिलितकेशं नीरजनयनं वदनं मतिमधुरम् नीणति मे मनसुमुखम् सुरुचिरवचनं सुललितगमनं हृदयं करुणालवाल सुरुचिरवचनं सुललितगमनं हृदयं करुणालवाल प्रवहति प्रेमार्णवम् विकसितकुसुमं मृदुमधुभरितं आनन्दं तद्दर्शनम् आनन्दं प्रहर्षितभावं प्रमुदितगीतं अर्पितं तनुमनसकलं प्रहर्षितभावं प्रमुदितगीतं अर्पितं तनुमनसकलं श्रीसाईशं सहृदचरणम् अविरतानन्दबन्धम् श्रीसाईशं सहृदचरणम्
Bhagwan, we now present at your lotus feet a presentation titled SSSIHMS. Sri Sathya Sai is the heart of medical science, highlighting the glorious journey that your hospital has traveled over the past 25 years. Swami, this hospital is your child. You have held it by its hand during its baby steps and throughout its adolescence. We pray that you continue to guide us forever and that we may reach up to your expectations.
Professor, welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences. This is the central dome, our prayer hall, where we begin and end our work.
Pretty impressive structure. I've never seen a hospital with such an imposing entrance.
Yes, Professor. Our master has said that a patient walking in must feel that this is the place that can cure him. The treatment starts here itself.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. The leading experts in hospital architecture talk about the form and functionality playing a vital role in overall healthcare delivery. I have heard that this hospital ranks among the top 50 in the world. It was this unique feature that attracted me to this hospital all the way from the US.
This hospital has attracted and embraced thousands for all these years. Whether they have been patients, doctors, paramedics, technicians, volunteers, or visitors, you name them, they are all attracted.
Ganesh ji, I am Santosh. I am studying in class 10. I suffer with a hole in my heart. Ganesh ji, I hear that in this place they not only plug the hole in the heart but also in the mind. Please cure me, Lord.
Tathastu, Santosh.
Huh? Who said that? Where did that voice come from?
Who else, my child? You prayed to me, isn't it?
Oh my God.
That's right.
I mean, first time God is speaking to me. Till now, only I had spoken to him. Ganesh ji, I'm so happy to speak to you.
Beta, I speak to all those who come here. Only those who desire to hear me can do so. In fact, I have been speaking for the past 25 years right here in this magnificent home that my father and mother have given me.
Your father, meaning Shankar Bhagwan and Shakti Ma?
Yes, Santosh. Mine and everyone's parents. Sai, Baba, the Divine Mother and Father.
Sai Baba. Yes, our Divine Mother and Father.
Pranams, Ganesh ji. It already feels so wonderful to be here. But I too have a complaint to offer to you. May I please?
What is that?
I haven't had the chance to see Sai Baba. I have been deprived of his darshan.
Professor, you can see him. Close your eyes and peep into your heart. He's right there, smiling at you. Open your eyes and see him in everyone around. That is how I see and talk to him every day.
That is so difficult. Ganesh ji, you must have seen him here physically many times, right?
Yes, Santosh. Many times. As I told you, he was the one who installed me here.
When was that, Ganesh ji?
Ah, what a momentous day. It was 23rd November 1990, his 65th birthday. In his divine discourse that morning, he poured his heart out.
ఏ వైద్యాలయం నిర్మించినా ఏ విద్యాలయం నిర్మించినా వ్యాపారం 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 కానీ ఉచితంగా బీదలను చూచి కరుణించేటువంటి వ్యక్తి కనిపించటం లేదు కనుక పల్లెలు ఎందే ఇలాంటి పవిత్రమైన యొక్క శక్తిని అభివృద్ధి పరచాలని చెప్పి సంకల్పించుకొని 100 కోట్ల వ్యయం చేత మన ప్రశాంతి నిలయం నందు ఒక విధమైన వైద్యాలయం స్థాపించడానికి ప్రయత్నించాము. ఈ గుండె జబ్బు వస్తే కొన్ని లక్షలు వ్యయం చేసి అమెరికాకు వెళుతున్నారు. వీళ్ళ గతి ఏమిటి? అమెరికా వారిని చూచేటువంటి వారెవరు? పట్టణానికి వెళ్లితే కలర్ నీళ్ళైనా వాళ్ళ ముఖాన్ని కొట్టరు. అలాంటి దురవస్థలను గుర్తించి మనము ఇక్కడ ఒక పెద్ద వైద్యాలయాన్ని నిర్మించాము. బైపాస్ సర్జరీ కానీ, లేక కిడ్నీ మార్చడం కానీ, లంగ్స్ ఆపరేషన్ చేయటం కానీ, బ్రెయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ చేయటం కానీ అన్నీ ఉచితంగానే. ప్రారంభోత్సవం కూడాను అప్పుడే నిర్ణయించుకున్నాం. 91 నవంబర్ 22 ఇది ప్రారంభోత్సవం చేస్తాం.
What a thundering discourse! What a declaration! After the discourse, he sent word for me and asked me to get ready. Professor Keith Critchlow from the Prince of Wales School of Architecture in London was chosen for the task. He mentioned to Swami that they should perform a Mandala Puja before the Bhumi Puja. He believed that only if an eagle hovered over the land during the puja would the ritual be complete. That day, as he performed the Mandala Puja, not one but 5 Garudas were hovering over the land. Swami told him, "You asked for 1. I sent you 5. Are you satisfied?" The Bhumi Puja followed, but construction didn't follow for the next 5 months. Swami began to put together a team of reputed doctors from India and abroad. Professor Critchlow confessed that while he thought of many designs, the inspiration for this design came from Swami himself. Construction was given to Larsen and Toubro, and the plans were finalized by end of April 1991. Construction started in May 1991 with exactly 6 months to go for the inauguration. Nearly 2,000 dedicated souls worked around the clock in shifts. Swami visited the site almost every day, clarifying, inspiring and imbuing each and every one. With every passing week and month, the construction was reaching frenetic pace. What was looking impossible a few months ago was becoming a reality. Meanwhile, a major international effort was set in motion to source and install the most modern equipment. Only 3 days were left for the inauguration, and Dr. A.N. Safaya, who was the chairman of the international committee, was in deep distress.
The hospital was to be inaugurated on 22nd, and so the 2 days before I came, I gave up, and I fell down on my bed at about 12 o'clock in the night. I said I cannot go any further because the hospital will not be ready to be inaugurated, and operations have to be done. The conditions are not sterile. Scientifically, we are not ready. So I have failed my master, I told my wife, and I started weeping.
When man gives up, God takes over. The infinite power of Sai began to overcome every impossibility. Equipment worth crores were transported from Chennai to Puttaparthi with only divine insurance backing it. The Dutch engineers who had arrived for the installation of the machinery were amazed to discover that not a single machine or piece of equipment was damaged. Dr. Venugopal, who was chosen by Bhagwan to lead the healthcare effort in the field of cardiac surgery, caps his experience in the following words.
Initially, we ran into many roadblocks, but at the end of every road stood Swami, and he made the impossible possible. We could approach him on all matters, big or small, and he would patiently listen and sort it out. His involvement was amazing. He got to the bottom of each and every aspect, from medical process to equipment and training to principles and guidelines. While material was one thing, where could we get trained and capable manpower? Swami identified students from Sai institutes, MBA, postgraduates, undergraduates, and they were trained to be proficient perfusionists, technicians, nurses, and hospital assistants. Swami was a doctor, midwife, and a mother, all rolled into one when it came to delivering his precious baby in the hospital.
Within 6 months, the barren lands of Puttaparthi transformed into a sprawling edifice of form and functionality, where stood the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences on the day of inauguration. The then Prime Minister of India, Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao, had been invited to inaugurate the hospital. As he landed at the Sri Sathya Sai airport, he got an aerial view of the hospital, which resembles the open arms of Bhagwan, embracing all into his fold. Among Vedic chantings, Swami and the Prime Minister walked over, and on 22nd November 1991, as he opened the doors, I waited with bated breath as he blew life into me and several millions that were to come here. The next day, he went on to make a thrilling declaration.
శుభవార్త అనౌన్స్ చేయవలసి వచ్చింది. మన భారతదేశ ప్రధానమంత్రి ప్రారంభించిన తర్వాత 15 నిమిషములకే డాక్టర్ ఆపరేషన్ ప్రారంభించారు. 3 గంటల లోపల 4 పెద్ద ఆపరేషన్లు అంతా జరిగాయి. ఒకటి చాలా కాంప్లికేటెడ్ ఆపరేషన్. ఆ హార్ట్ లోపల రంధ్రం ఉంటుండాలి. అలాంటి ఆపరేషన్ కూడా సక్సెస్ అయిపోయింది. అందరూ క్షేమంగా.
Wow! Anyone who hears the story of even the beginning of this hospital will be blown away.
That's true, Professor. I was there 25 years ago when it all began. Of course, along with Ganesh ji. Even though it started miraculously, I must confess that when I came here, I wasn't very sure about whether this Swami's project was going to take off. This was a fundamental change in the very perspective of delivering healthcare. Everywhere else, the central fulcrum of healthcare delivery is a monetary consideration.
That is so true, doctor. Everywhere else I have gone, my treatment is based on my pocket rather than my heart. When I was admitted for a few days into a leading hospital for treatment, every morning the doctor would come and would inquire about my welfare in a very friendly manner. I was very touched by the friendliness of the doctor until the bill came. I and my parents were shocked to see that in that hefty bill, consisting of all various fees such as consultation, lab, medicine, etc., there was one line in the bill called doctor's visit fees, which meant that the doctor's morning visit inquiring about my welfare was something the doctor was charging me for.
Unfortunately, Santosh, there is very little care left in healthcare, and whatever is there is charged for handsomely. The medical profession was always known for sacrifice, service, and sensitivity, but today it has become a complicated web of selfishness and deception, a web in which the poor patient is caught. Here is a typical
Is it really like this out there?
Oh, come on, Professor. Not all of us are really like that. Oh, Dr. Parthasarathi. So nice to see you here. I didn't mean you at all. What I described was a very typical scenario, Santosh. Most doctors are good human beings. You see, initial circumstances drives one into recovering the money already spent. But subsequently, that focus transforms into an insatiable appetite for wealth.
That's true. And such an insatiable appetite results in deficiency of values. What remains is a dreary, barren heartburn, bereft of the flowing love and nourishing compassion.
It is in this dreary desert state that the Lord has created an oasis, the oasis of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, where each and everyone comes and experiences the true spirit of medicine and its beneficial consequences. By one magic swish of the divine revolution, Swami surgically removed the one element that is the real pain in the flesh: cost.
Just like he drank the hala hala back in the Krita age so that the Sagar Manthan could go on, Swami simply absorbed that poison of monetary consideration that comes between disease and its cure.
Oh, what a wonderful analogy, Ganeshji. Santosh, he is the Hala Haladhari. By absorbing that one poisonous element, he gifted us a model to sanitize the insanity that had vitiated the atmosphere. In this reinvigorated atmosphere, all of us, the doctor, surgeon, pharmacist, technician, nurse, all are able to breathe free of encumbrances and focus on the only thing that matters, health of the patient.
Wow! What a marvelous system Swami has created. But I guess only God can do it.
No, Santosh. This is what I have heard from everyone who has visited this place. Only God can do it. In fact, in the beginning they were not even ready to believe that even God can do it. Isn't it, Dr. Rao?
Absolutely. I remember those days when several teams would visit. And after an awe-inspiring round, some of them who were very circumspect told us, Baba has done a miracle, and I really hope that this institution continues for as many years as possible.
As if somehow Baba had pulled off a miracle, but eventually his power won't be sufficient to run this institution on.
Those early critics didn't realize that the one who has created the universe and sustains it also knows a thing or two about creating and sustaining a hospital.
On a serious note, children, the building blocks of this universe and this hospital are the same. And that is pure, unsullied love and compassion. And he showed us that these building blocks are usually like small bricks that build the strongest edifice. I know of many such little bricks. One evening, Swami came out on the portico with an envelope in his hands. With a proud smile, he pulled out a 100-rupee note and flashed it to all who were present. Doctor, do you know this?
Yes, Ganeshji. It brought tears to all our eyes. A schoolboy had washed his clothes himself for 4 months, and the amount thus saved he had offered to Swami. Swami showed that note to all and declared, to me, this amount is equivalent to millions.
This edifice has been built with thousands of such petal offerings at his lotus feet.
Oh, how special is this love between him and his own? How special is his love?
something special in your love that draws us all so close to you. There is something special in your love that draws us all so close to you. And every time we look up to you, Sai, we have found it's true. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. In this tiresome journey of life, you're our only friend. In this tiresome journey of life, you're our only friend. Lead us on and we will follow till the very end. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. And all that we can say today, we belong to you. And all that we can say today, we belong to you. And all that we can do for you to show how much it's true. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. ये प्यारे साई हम तुम्हारे लिए, जीना है तो सिर्फ तेरे लिए. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you. Listen to the strokes of our hearts, they say, Sai, we love you.
So true. His love is so special that it draws everyone close to him. This song took me down the memory lane, and in a flash, I relived the past 25 years.
Ganesh ji, take us along with you, please.
Doctors, why don't you both take them around this magnificent building? Let them see the departments, meet our doctors, and listen to them. I'm sure they too will get a chance to relive these past 25 years.
Sure, Ganesh ji. Come with me. You know, every day, week, month, and year in this hospital has been eventful. Every tile and table here has a story to tell.
Let me take you to where it all began, the Department of Cardiac Sciences. And even as we reach there, Professor, let me ask you a question. How many outpatients do you think this department has seen over the past 25 years?
Let me make a rough guess. 20 patients per day, into 300 days a year, that's 6,000. Into 25 years, about 1.5 lakh patients.
Good estimation, Professor. But you see, this is man's estimation. His plans are different. This department has seen more than 11 lakh patients.
Are you serious, doctor? 11 lakh? That's incredible.
11 lakh? Are there those many people with heart diseases?
Yes, Santosh. Unfortunately, the number is many times over. And most of those people have absolutely no financial means to get treated.
With so many people, you must be focusing on a few types of heart diseases, isn't it?
Why don't you ask the HOD herself?
It is very true, because we do not cater only to pediatric cardiac surgery or only adult cardiac surgery or only valves or only bypasses. We are catering to the entire spectrum. We do congenital cardiac surgery. In fact, the pediatric cardiac surgery comprises around 50% of our cardiac output. How the department has grown is truly and truly his blessings. A lot of visiting surgeons came and went. And you know what were the impressions? When they would walk into my ICU, in the first bed they will find a very tiny toddler, 2-month-old or 3-month-old. And as he will walk down, he will find a slowly grown-up child in whom some complex cardiac surgery has been performed. Then as he walks down, he'll find a little adolescent child. And as he goes still further, he will find an adult. And as he reaches towards the end of the ICU, he'll find an old man in whom a bypass has been performed. So one day, he could not contain himself. He's saying, my God, I'm seeing the entire spectrum of cardiac surgery in this small ICU.
So, how many operations have been conducted so far, doctor?
This department has performed around 45,000 cardiac cath procedures and operated on more than 26,000 patients. But more importantly, there are several firsts that this department has achieved.
Mind you, 1999, we were one of the few first centers in India performing closed heart surgeries as an off-pump surgery and doing more than 4 or 5 grafts off-pump. It's a record that the first 100 cases which were off-pump never went on bypass. We have a lot of our first to our credits. We are one of the first in aorta RA tunnels. We have the maximum number of cases in the world. So far only 8 cases have been reported. We have more than 20 cases. We have a category called rupture sinus of Valsalva aneurysms. We have done maximum number of surgeries in that. As far as the tumors are concerned, we have the maximum number. Like that way, we have a lot of things which are getting published also. We are publishing all this in the international journals.
And all this without any advertisement? Elsewhere, even 10 free surgeries, and there will be so much tom-tomming about it. I'm sure there must be a long waiting list. How do you decide if a person needs immediate surgery or he can wait?
For this also, Bhagwan gave us an answer in one of our interviews where he had called us for the interview, the doctors. We had asked Bhagwan that, Bhagwan, when we see somebody who is who's suffering a lot and who needs to bypass the waiting list, what do we do? Bhagwan gave very, very, very beautiful answer. He said, you know something, when something is staring at you, you should take care of that immediately. Something which is there out of your sight, it is there, but you are not seeing it. So try to give relief to something which is staring at you. Yes, at the same time, you cannot ignore the person who is out of your sight.
What a clear-cut instruction from Swami. Has Swami physically come here?
Many times, Santosh. Let's hear from Dr. Parvati Iyer about her experiences.
I started working in the intensive care unit. Intensive care is my profession. And during those early days, I was privileged to witness many, many heartwarming miracles. There was a desperately ill child in the intensive care unit, and we kept wondering what would happen to this baby. Swami made a surprise round into the intensive care unit. All he did was put his hand on the baby's head. And in the next couple of days, there was a remarkable, I will say miraculous recovery of the baby. A few years later, the surgical team was operating here on a very complicated little baby. The baby began to bleed in the operating theatre. The bleeding would not stop at all. It was late night, none of us had eaten, and we were all restless, wondering when would this bleeding stop. Suddenly Swami came. He said, "What's the matter?" We said, "The baby's bleeding." He said, "Don't worry, have faith." Amazingly, within the next few minutes, the bleeding stopped. The baby could be transferred to the intensive care unit and again went on to recover.
Mind you, Swami doesn't need to come here physically, as Dr. Neelam narrates a beautiful incident.
There was a blue boy. He was a 5-year-old child, but he was only weighing 8 kilos. This child had undergone a complex cardiac surgery. He was a blue baby, and surgery went off well. He was off the ventilator, but he was collecting his fluid in the lung cavity. We call it pleural cavity, what we call pleural effusion. That drainage of fluid was not stopping. Because of this, I cannot remove his chest tubes and I cannot send him home. Few days went by. With all my best efforts, I could not bring a solution to this. Bhagavan would many times come in the darshan line and inquire about the patients. He would inquire about the surgeries which we perform. He would ask me how many cases today. He would tell me how are the patients doing. I told Bhagavan, this child is otherwise very fine. This child of 5-year-old, 8 kilos. So Bhagavan was surprised. Only 8 kilos. I said, yes, Swami. He is doing well otherwise, but for his fluid which is accumulating around his lungs. Bhagavan in his full compassion immediately materialized Vibhuti and gave it to me. And you can understand, lo and behold, child went home. This child who was, I had seen him only being carried by his mother. He could not walk. He was such a frail little thing. After 3 months, I see one boy. We have a vast, nice, lovely corridor. I saw one child from far running towards me. I'm wondering who is this child. I'm trying to recollect. And then I saw behind him another adult lady. And then I recognized that this is the same mother of the child whom I had operated 3 months back. And this child had put on weight. He was laughing, smiling, and running. This is the best reward I can get as a cardiac surgeon.
Touching. There is only so much that the doctors and surgeons can do. Beyond that, it is just His grace. Listening to these anecdotes, I realized one thing. Swami paid so much attention to every doctor and patient, isn't it?
You are absolutely right, Professor. That's been Swami's unique quality, if I can say so. His attention to detail, his sensitivity to everything. The head of the Department of Cardiology has been here from the very beginning, and he tells us an incident that made an indelible impact on his life.
What happened was we had come, and most of us from outside, and we came there. And as I told you, this was an oasis in the desert. You saw such a big, huge palace-like hospital. Surrounding the hospital, there was not even a tea shop where you could go and have a cup of tea. And we come here and we sit here waiting for the interviewers to come. And then we are given the news that Bhagwan has arrived. So that for me was the first exposure of Bhagwan at Puttaparthi. And he comes, he meets each one of us individually, asks our name. And when it came to my turn and I told my name, he started conversing with me in Tamil. So that was a second bonus. In the sense that I could get a reassurance that I could converse with Bhagwan in my mother tongue. And then he made us comfortable. And the biggest indelible impression was he apologized to all of us who had come for the interview, telling that the interview is going to be late because one of the persons who is traveling from Bangalore airport to Puttaparthi, the plane got delayed. So because of that, there will be delay in the start of interview, and Bhagwan apologizing to us. Imagine.
The Lord of the universe was apologizing? So much to learn from Swami's life.
What a lesson in humility.
Yes, today these two departments have become premier in their fields.
In 1994, our institute was recognized by Diplomat of National Board, and we had the capability of training students to get specialized in cardiac surgery. It was a proud moment once again for all of us, because now we would have students. So our institute, which is verily called Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, would be also concentrating on teaching and on the academics. As far as the infrastructure is concerned, as far as the equipments are concerned, you name it and we have everything.
I get exposed to that time state-of-the-art echo machine. Not one, but two cath labs. One is a biplane, one is a monoplane. I don't think you'll get anywhere in this country a CCU which is so spacious, with excellent monitoring. We have not one but two echo machines dedicated to our CCU. We have X-ray unit. We have the digital. All the 15 beds are having facility for monitoring and ventilation. What more luxury can you expect?
Wow! Never even heard of these words before. Am I going to get operated here?
Yes, Santosh. Under expert hands of doctors and watchful eyes of Swami.
Ever since, several departments have been added to these two. Department of Urology was started by none other than Dr. Bhatt, considered father of urology in India and a very dear devotee of Swami. To date, that department has seen over 10 lakh patients, conducted over 70,000 surgeries, and over 10,000 cases of lithotripsy.
In November 1994, the Department of Ophthalmology was inaugurated by Swami. Let's meet Dr. Anuj, who will share with us the vision of the department.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Till date, we have done more than 66,000 surgeries. The spectrum of surgeries in the department includes retinal surgeries, glaucoma surgeries, pediatric patients, oculoplasty, cataract. We have the state-of-art instruments in the hospital department. We have the best surgical microscope, Lumera I. We have the best operating machines, Constellation, Infinity. Another important aspect is this is the only hospital in the whole vicinity of about 100 kilometers which gives surgical care. So the poor patients, surrounding patients have all this place to come and get treated. The hospital has the combination of both the philosophies of Bhagwan, free educare and free healthcare. We have residents, doctors training here without paying any fees, and we have the patients getting treated who don't have to bother about paying any bills of the hospital. Till date, the department has trained about 45 residents. We have a very good 100% passing rate of all our residents. The uniqueness of the department is, in addition to the regular staff working here, we have a lot of visiting people coming from all over the globe to render their services, help us in academics and operating the patients. In the hospital, we have a philosophy, Sai is the surgeon, and we all firmly believe in that. He is the one who takes care of the patients. It's only he who cures the patient. We are only doing our part.
And then, in November 1997, the Department of Plastic Surgery commenced. Let us listen to Dr. Raghav Reddy, one of the senior most members of the hospital. He always has something interesting to tell us.
More than 6,000 cases have been performed in this hospital by the grace of Bhagwan. In my experience as a plastic surgeon, when I worked in various hospitals, I did not see the type of recovery which I saw here. Most of the cases which we have performed went within the time schedule of healing, and none of them had infection. Most of the cases were 100% skin graft take. There was no need to do second procedures or a subsequent operation. Doing the same thing is not speed in surgery. In Swami's hospitals, दवा के साथ दुआ भी मिलता है.
Sir, Is there any department where the numbers are in hundreds? Everything is in thousands.
What impressed me the most about what Dr. Reddy said was that there hasn't been a single case of post-operative complication and hardly any infection. That definitely cannot be mere coincidence.
Professor, in this hospital, we believe that there is no coincidence. There is only Sai incidence. And now, we come to the latest of the departments, the Department of Orthopedics. It commenced in July 2006. It's the youngest surgical department and action-packed because it caters to all kinds of accidents and trauma. Let us meet the head of the department, Dr. Prakash, who will share with us what this department has been tinkering around with.
Om Shri Sai Ram. The conception of this department had significant contributions from Dr. Varadachari, the ex-chairman, Dr. Sundaresh, the present chairman, Dr. Safaya, Dr. Narendranath Reddy, Dr. Kailas Rao, our first HOD, and Mr. Vishwanathan. To begin with, the Department of Orthopedics was catering to mainly trauma services. But subsequently, over the next 10 years, there was an immense growth in the department, eventually including most of the subspecialties of orthopedics, namely joint replacement surgeries, sports medicine and arthroscopy, pediatric deformity corrections, bone and joint infections, benign tumors, and many more. In sports medicine and arthroscopy, we are one of the few institutes doing arthroscopy of all the joints, namely knee, ankle, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist. So much so that we have also started a 6 weeks of hands-on training program in sports medicine and arthroscopy. We also do an Elizarov method of treatment for limb lengthening and deformity correction, which is done in few institutes in India. We have a very active DNB program here, and we also have advanced research projects in collaboration with Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. In one of these research projects, which is approved by Clinical Trial Registry of India, we did a successful indigenous cartilage replacement surgery in a young patient with a cartilage defect in knee joint. That means we have a cell culture laboratory within the hospital premises, which is a rarity. We also have a dry bone lab designed for resident and fellow teaching. We see Swami in every patient. Swami is always there, guiding us, helping us, and blessing us. Jai Sai Ram.
It has already seen about 3 lakh outpatients and conducted over 15,000 complex surgeries. Some of the leading orthopedic surgeons from around the country and the world have visited this department for international conferences, where they have conducted workshops and trained our surgeons in the latest techniques.
These stats are simply mind-boggling. And the kind of cutting-edge research happening is simply awe-inspiring. And
Hang on, Professor. I would request you to reserve your comments till the very end, because now we are taking you to those departments whose services are ubiquitous to every department. First is the diagnostic laboratories. Here, let us meet Dr. Sandhya Ramachandran, the head of the department. She has been with the institution from its very early years.
Om Shri Sai Ram. We are into telepathology, we are into teleconsults. We have, quite sophisticated tests like immunochemistry and QBC and other things. So it's not that we compromise on the quality of care. Everything in this hospital is need-based. In this hospital, because we know that the donor's money is sacrosanct, and this we have heard from Swami. We as custodians or being part of this organization are entrusted with this responsibility of spending that money, that sacred money, in absolutely the right way. Some of the high-end equipments that we have is a 5-part differential counter, XS800i, a QBC system for fluorescent diagnosis of malarial parasite and other blood parasites, which is far more superior to the conventional card methods used in many places now. Then we have Cobas E411 and AU400 in biochemistry. And we have White-Tech and Bacti-Alert for blood culture and sensitivity in microbiology, and an Evolus machine for doing special serology. These are just some of the equipments that we have.
Do you mean to say that all of this is absolutely free? No charges of any nature?
Professor, did you see any billing counter anywhere?
This is truly unbelievable. But what about the wards and dietary? At least they can be charged for, right? I mean, let the patient know what he or she is getting.
Professor, Swami was asked the same thing. You know what his reply was? He said, when a mother puts food at the table for her family, does she put a bill along saying that this is the cost or price of the food?
In fact, far from charging, Swami would ensure that absolutely no compromises are made on the diet of the patients. Let us meet Sister Indumati. She has been a recipient of several of Swami's instructions over all these years.
So Swami, in every small things he used to take care. He used to come to the hospital very often, and then he used to ask us about the patient's food every time. Morning, what breakfast did you give the patient? What lunch are you going to give? What is your dinner menu for the day? And what vegetables are we using? Where are we getting it? How are we cooking it? And so much so that he used to say, sometimes he used to give even give us instructions. We all are using too much tomatoes. For the diabetics, the food should be like this. And the most important thing was he used to check the cleanliness of the department, whether it's all spotlessly clean. Because beginning only he had given us the instruction that dietary department with white tiles that keep it spotlessly clean. So that was kind of like our life's mission. It used to be always, anything falls down, always try to maintain it at that, because that was the divine command. We usually serve a plate every day. After we finish cooking, we serve a plate for Swami, and all of us chant Sai Gayatri and Brahmarpanam. It's given as prasadam to the patients. And one of the most memorable and cherished moments of my life was once when Swami had visited the department. I said, Swami, are you happy with the work that we are doing? And Swami, in all his love and benevolence, he said, I'm very happy, very happy. So that was the Lord of the universe here telling us directly that we were able to please him with our work. What more can we ask for? That was our fulfillment of our life.
Baap re, this is a kitchen? So spick and span. Can't believe that over 200 people's food is prepared and served here 5 times a day.
Not only is the food nutritious, prepared in clean ambience, but a prayer is chanted before serving. I guess it energizes the diet at a different level.
That's right, Professor. The subtle is as important as the gross. Everything about Swami's healthcare delivery caters to well-being at all the levels of human existence. The body, mind, and soul. That's what ensures holistic development of the person.
There is that part of the body that no MRI or CT scan can detect or diagnose. That part can only be nourished with prayer. Talking about MRI and CT, here we are at the Department of Radiology. This is inarguably the most advanced radiology department of its kind, with state-of-art kind of studies performed on the MRI installed here are done only in a handful of centers in India.
In addition, we have a high-end digital fluoroscopy, colored Doppler ultrasound, and a CT scanner. I think it is better that we hear directly from Dr. C.K. Reddy, the head of the Department of Radiology.
I came to this hospital in the year 1994 as an additional senior consultant. So we used to do barium meals and IVPs in those days. Subsequently, what happened in 1995, we requested Bhagavan Baba and He granted the Samatoma +4, the spiral CT scan in India, and Bhagwan Baba himself came and inaugurated this equipment. We got one Logic 400G and also HD11 Philips, and now we are having MRI 32 channel, 1.5 Tesla, also HD 750 CT scanner. Because of gemstone technology, here we can reduce the radiation to the patient. I pray Bhagwan for his continuous showering of his love, not only on our patients and our department and also our staff. Jai Sai Ram.
The unique feature of the department is that it is totally filmless.
I didn't understand anything of what Dr. Reddy sir said. So technical and hi-fi.
Don't worry, Santosh. Many of us also don't understand most of these technical things. All you need to know is that whatever is needed for the patient to get better is available here and absolutely free. Do you know? Each of these tests costs thousands of rupees anywhere else? That's what baffles me. Do these patients even know what they're getting? I mean...
Professor, that's where we make a mistake. Swami doesn't want them to know what they're getting. He wants us to know what an opportunity we are getting. Many times, I feel that more than the patients, Swami started this hospital for us doctors to taste the true spirit of medicine.
Do you remember, as little kids, we would freely distribute toffees to our friends? From where did we get that freedom to share? It was the reassurance of our parents that gave us the confidence that they would provide us with whatever we wanted. Swami gives us that reassurance here to go all out for the benefit of the aggrieved. That's the reason He's a divine mother and father.
Swami says, it is our parents who bless us with this body, food, and blood. And hence, we should be eternally grateful to them. One department which the hospital is eternally grateful to is our blood bank, the bank of liquid love. I can say one thing very confidently. Our blood bank has never let us down. Whatever we doctors require, even the rare groups is always available with them. Let us hear from the chief of blood bank how their team is running it so successfully.
Saira, the blood bank set up here in the hospital serves patients both in super specialty hospital as well as general hospital. It has catered to over 1 lakh of surgeries both here and general hospitals. These surgeries include not only cardiac but also orthopedic, urology, as well as those patients who come here suffering from dengue. And most amazingly, which even NACO is trying very hard at present to achieve, that is voluntary donations across India. But Baba's foresight is such that ever since its inception, all of these donations have been primarily voluntary. They come over from devotees, sevadals and other institutions of Baba, and not the least, the students who are ever ready to jump in at any time of the day and night to help out. And I have worked outside, and I used to wonder how blood bank in a remote place is working on such a basis, because there even the relatives of the patients would think 10 times before donating. But here I find that sometimes we have to really tell them that we don't need at present. We call them and we have to note down the numbers, and they are so willingly coming and donating, and I just see that Baba's love flowing through them. And secondly, the patient here gets selflessly donated blood, so they are getting it free. And I do believe that persons who are donating with love in their heart, that blood is more charged. But this is something which they have donated out of their love for Baba and humanity, and I believe that should be carried out not only in Puttaparthi but across India.
I have seen many blood banks outside who unfortunately struggle to have blood in spite of paying the donors. I cannot but help be in utmost awe as I witness what Swami has created here. One other thing that I notice is that none of the outpatients have any sort of file or paper in their hands. I'm sure there is something that I am missing.
That's a keen eye you have there, Professor. You know, you mentioned that this hospital is in the top 50 in form and functionality, right? It is now also one of the most advanced in terms of information technology. In the 7 levels of IT enablement in healthcare, where 7 is the highest and 1 the lowest, our institution is at level 6, a feat achieved only by the very best in the country.
Let us in fact listen to Brother Kannan, an alumnus of Swami's Institute, who is now the head of the IT department in the hospital.
I remember in the cardiology OPD, we had a small room, computer center, where we assembled all the computers and distributed in the hospital and used them. So from that time up to nearly 10 years, 2001, me and my team deployed the software as well as the computers in the hospital and took care of the hospital management system. Later on in the year 2007, everything was centralized. We have data in the hospital system right from 1991. Every patient's record is available with us, both in typed form as well as scanned form. Now we are nearly a paperless hospital except for requirements for which paper has to be used. So our stride for perfection is propelled by Bhagwan's perfection himself.
Firstly, doesn't have to bother about carrying anything or worry about forgetting any document. Secondly, the doctors are able to place orders for lab tests or X-ray at the click of a button. They are able to check medical history of a patient dating back all the way to 1991. Thirdly, we save a whole lot of space which otherwise would have been used for storing the lakhs of patient records. And lastly, we are able to do our bit in conserving paper and contributing to a greener environment.
That, I must say, is really impressive. I'm sure this also results in substantial long-term savings. To embrace technology, being a charitable hospital is a very smart thing to do. Not many others think of it this way.
Sir, who are these people wearing something around their neck? They seem to be everywhere.
Oh, you mean those wearing scarves? What to tell you about them? Swami opens her eyes in so many different ways. You know, Santosh, this hospital is not just about the doctors, equipment, and paramedic staff. One of the pillars of this hospital are these angels. That's what we call them. These volunteers come from all over the country to render service in all the various departments, right from the dietary or laundry to ICU or the labs. The cleanliness and orderliness in the hospital is maintained by them. They touch our lives and are in turn touched by their stay here. That's what brings them back again and again.
The learning here is almost unending. That's another very unique aspect of this hospital. To have such a dedicated force which is voluntary, this is probably unheard of elsewhere. I wish to speak to a few of them. May I?
Oh, sure. Most definitely.
So, what brings you to this hospital to serve?
From 2000 onwards, I'm coming for Seva in the Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, Puttaparthi. I like this to do this Seva because to learn the kindness, love and compassion. Though the medicine is giving free, treatment is free, but the doctors and everybody is giving their treatment in the name of Swami. And I learned to do the same in my job also. Being a librarian, I am daily facing so many readers. They will ask this and that, but I will answer patiently. They all tell how you learn. Because of Sathya Sai, I told. They are doing the service in the hospital with so patience and everything. That I want to come more and more to do service in this hospital. God has to bless me.
Wow, that's an interesting perspective. Can you share your experience after coming here?
2007 से हम लोग सेवा में आ रहे हैं और संयोग से पहले साल मैं सेवा में आया और मुझे हॉस्पिटल में सेवा करने के लिए भेजा। यहाँ हम मरीजों की सेवा करते हैं, दिन दुखियारों की सेवा करते हैं। जो काम भगवान ने रचा उसमें हमारा सहयोग ले रहे हैं कि सेवा वही कर रहे हैं लेकिन माध्यम मुझे बना। रामावतार में माध्यम बंदरों को बनाया गया, कृष्णावतार में गौरव बनाया गया। इस समय स्वामी हम सेवा दलों को चुन चुन के बुला रहे हैं। इस धरती पर जनसंख्या बहुत है, लेकिन कुछ कारण है जिसकी वजह से या तो हमारे पूर्व जन्मों के कर्म रहे हो या मेरे पूर्वजों का, जिस वजह से हम लोग इस धरती पर आ रहे हैं और मुझे ये सेवा कार्य करने का मौका मिला। और जैसे जिस दिन से मेरी सेवा शुरू हुई, शांति आना जाना हुआ, स्वामी मुझे विश्वास पड़ा। उसी दिन से लगा, जैसे कहते हैं, स्वामी ने कहा कि तुम क्यों डरते हो जब मैं तुम्हारे साथ हूँ। 29 अप्रैल को मैं बच्ची को लेकर नवोदय विद्यालय जा रहा था। एक्सीडेंट हुआ। एक्सीडेंट में मैं अपने को तो मान लिया था कि मैं बच्ची मरने जा रहा हूँ, सामने हम लोग मर रहे थे। लेकिन पता नहीं कहाँ से संजोग उस 5 मिनट के अंदर मैं सोचने लगा कि यदि मैं मर गया तो मेरी प्रशांति इस बार छूट जाएगी। अब मैं रह गया तो मेरे साथ जितने लोगों का टिकट बना है या जिन लोगों को मैं ले जा रहा हूँ वो भी नहीं जाएंगे। और प्रशांति में जो हमारे ऊपर लोग भरोसा किया उन लोगों की क्या दशा हो। और संजोग ये देखिए 5 मिनट के अंदर पता नहीं कैसी हवा बही या क्या हुआ, वो टेम्पो उलट के कहीं दूसरे दिशा में गिर गया। और ये स्वामी की महिमा नहीं होती तो दिन में सकुशल बचा नहीं। यह स्वामी से कई प्रार्थना है कि सरकार सेवा से वंचित मत कीजिएगा।
How do you feel when you come here?
I'm 68 running now. Every year, from Madras, it is 3 months and 2 months only. That is from March 15 days, May 15 days, October to November 1 month. No, I don't think that because always you have to keep your mind calm. That is the main thing. Whatever is happening, it is His wish, and that is why I don't bother for anything. Even though last year my husband got a cancer operation, I didn't bother. What is going to happen is going to happen.
of love and service which result in joy unbounded. To experience this joy, we struggle all our lives. These are truly the divine angels. So much of work is going on silently. Millions are being touched at all levels of their being.
Probably those who are touched the most are the patients. I know of many patients whose lives transform once they step into these portals. Let us hear from a few of them.
ప్రస్తుతం సూపర్ స్పెషాలిటీ హాస్పిటల్లో ఉన్నా నేను. ఇక్కడ నాకు బాగా ఆపరేషన్ చేశారు, ఎంజియోగ్రామ్ ఆపరేషన్ చేశారు. అయితే ఇక్కడ భగవాన్ సత్యసాయి బాబా శారీరకంగా కనుమరుగైన భౌతికంగా ఇక్కడ స్టాఫ్ అటెండర్ నుంచి డాక్టర్ వరకు జీవించి ఉన్నాడని చెప్పవచ్చు. అంతటి మెరుగైన సేవలు సౌకర్యాలు కల్పిస్తూ ఆయనకు జీవితాంతం ఈ సృష్టి ఉన్నంత కాలము బాబా బతికుంటాడని నేను స్పష్టంగా చెప్తున్నాను. నేను ఈ సూర్యచంద్రుల్లో ఎట్లా వసిపోతున్నారో భగవాన్ కూడా ఒక 3rd పర్సన్ ఇక్కడ ఉంటాడు, ఎప్పుడు వెలుగుతూ ఉంటాడు అని నేను స్పష్టంగా చెప్పగలను. ఈ పొద్దు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ జబ్బుతో నేను ఇంతవరకు బాబా హాస్పిటల్లో చనిపోయి చాలా రేర్, అసలు లేవేమో అనిపిస్తుంది నాకేమో. అయితే మా నోటీస్కి వచ్చింది లేదు, అవి రేర్ అనిపిస్తుంది. అయితే ఇక్కడి నుంచి ప్రాణాలతో పోయే వాళ్ళు అధిక శాతం పోతున్నారు, కానీ ఎవరు చనిపోవడం లేదని స్పష్టంగా నేను చెప్పగలను. నేను ఆరోగ్య వీళ్ళ యొక్క సూచనలు పాటిస్తే ఆయుష్ ఉన్నాలో బ్రతకగలరని నేను స్పష్టంగా చెప్పగలను.
मेरा नाम ज़बीउल्लाह है, मैं हिंदूपुर से आया हूँ. मैं ड्राइवर, टाटा एसी का ड्राइवर हूँ. 2014 में मेरे गिर जाके थोड़ा पैर को मार लगा था. मैं कहाँ पे फिरा, हैदराबाद फिरा, अनंतापुर फिरा, हिंदूपुर में पूरा हॉस्पिटल दिखा दिया, लेकिन मेरे को ट्रीटमेंट सीधा नहीं मिला. उसके पैसा खर्चा हुआ. यहाँ हमारा आपा आके गोरेंटले में है, ये पुट्टापर्ती में सुपर हॉस्पिटल, साई बाबा का सुपर हॉस्पिटल है. मैं जाको देखेंगे बोले, यहाँ आते हमारे अच्छा इज्जत दिए. यहाँ प्रकाश सर आके उन्होंने आके ऑपरेशन भी किए, सर्जरी भी किए, और थोड़ा 1.5 महीना यहाँ पे रख लेके मेरे को ठीक भी करे. मैं कितना पैसा खर्चा करा था, उससे 4 ने भी फ़ायदा नहीं हुआ. यहाँ पैसा कुछ भी खर्चा नहीं किया यहाँ के, लेकिन यहाँ ठीक हो गया. आपको मेरे को ऑपरेशन के साल हुआ. स्वामी जी पूरा फैसिलिटी अच्छा रखा है, मेडिसिन अच्छा रखा है, डॉक्टर अच्छा रखा है, और नर्स है, जो कुछ भी है यहाँ बहुत दिल से मन से बात करके, दिल से बात करके यहाँ काम दिल से कर रहे थे. यहाँ इतना फैसिलिटी कहाँ भी नहीं मिलेगा. फ्री हो के इतना अच्छा देख रहेगा तो बहुत ग्रेट. स्वामी जी को कितना भी हैंड्स अप करो बहुत कमी लगेगा, लेकिन बहुत अच्छे हॉस्पिटल.
ओम श्री साई राम. मेरा नाम अनन्या अनुचिंता. मैं उड़ीसा के कंधमाल डिस्ट्रिक्ट के टिकावाली एक छोटे से गांव से आई हूँ. मेरा पैदा होने के 21 दिन बाद ही मेरे मम्मी पापा को पता चल गया था कि मैं एक हार्ट पेशेंट हूँ. फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन ख़राब होने के बावजूद मेरे मम्मी पापा उड़ीसा के हर हॉस्पिटल में लेकर गए, और डॉक्टर्स ने यही बोला कि मैं इतने के इतने तारीख तक मेरा डेथ हो जाएगा. फिर अचानक से फुलवानी में एक आदमी हमको मिले जो कि सत्य साई सुपर स्पेशल हॉस्पिटल के बारे में हमको बोले, और झट से वो आदमी गायब हो गए. वो कोई आदमी नहीं थे, शायद कोई फरिश्ता या फिर खुद स्वामी ही थे. फिर मेरे मम्मी पापा मुझे यहाँ पे मतलब पुट्टापर्ती लेकर आए, और 2011 में चेकअप के लिए लेटर गया. उस टाइम हाँ शिवरात्रि के दिन मेरा चेकअप था. चेकअप शुरू हुआ, डॉक्टर PK दास बोले कि मेरा एंजियोग्राम होगा. मार्च 9 तारीख को मेरा एंजियोग्राम भी हो गया. 28 मार्च को मैं सुपर स्पेशल हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट हुई ऑपरेशन के लिए, और 9 अप्रैल को मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ. ऑपरेशन के एक दिन पहले साईराम मेरे ड्रीम में आए और मुझे बोले, क्योंकि मैं ऑपरेशन की वजह से डर गई, ऑपरेशन के नाम से डर गई थी, इसलिए साईराम बोले कि तुझे कुछ नहीं होगा, मैं तेरे साथ हूँ, डरने की कोई बात नहीं है, मैं तुझे एक प्योर हार्ट दे रहा हूँ, वो मेरी तरफ से तुम्हारे लिए एक गिफ्ट है. और फिर अगले दिन को मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ, और ऑपरेशन के बाद अब ये एक लाइफ इतनी खूबसूरत और और नायाब लाइफ देने के लिए मैं साईं राम को बहुत 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 थैंक्स बोलती हूँ। वैसे भगवान किसी का थैंक्स नहीं लेते क्योंकि वो भगवान है, उनके सामने थैंक्स और सॉरी का कोई मायने नहीं होता। और बाकी रहा डॉक्टर्स को किन वर्ड्स में मैं थैंक्स बोलूँ। अगर मैं थैंक्स बोलती भी हूँ तो वो थैंक्स भी उन लोगों के लिए बहुत छोटा सा शब्द हो जाएगा। यहाँ के डॉक्टर्स, सिस्टर्स, स्टाफ्स सब इतने अच्छे हैं, उनके बिहेव, उनका केयर करना सब इतना अच्छा है कि कोई बीमार आदमी उनके बातों से ही ठीक हो जाएगा। और जैसे कि मैं एक मेडिकल स्टूडेंट हूँ और मैं यही चाहूँगी कि साईं राम, जब आपने मुझे इतनी खूबसूरत ज़िंदगी दी, इतनी नायाब ज़िंदगी दी, अब मुझे इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाइए, इतना काबिल बना दीजिए कि आपके हॉस्पिटल के डॉक्टर्स की तरह मैं भी बन सकूं और सबको एक अच्छी सेवा दे सकूं।
Ah, children, you are back. How do you feel, Professor? Santosh?
Every cell in my body feels cleansed, Lord. I feel resurgent, replenished, renewed.
Through this hospital, Swami has created a Parasmani, the philosopher's stone. Whoever touches it gets converted into gold. Dear children, for all those doctors and technicians you have met, there are some who are always in the background, silently working. They are the brothers and sisters working in the counseling, engineering, laundry, CSSD, tailoring departments, and several others who offer their seva. Their work is as silent as the electricity that passes through the hospital, as effective as the air conditioners, and as essential as oxygen is to human bodies.
Lord, sometimes we forget to highlight the contribution of these departments, but nothing is out of sight for you.
Just like you, Professor, several personalities have visited this hospital and have been touched by this temple of healing.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I was so delighted today to walk around the hospital after 25 years almost and to see it as if it were built yesterday, the upkeep, the cleanliness. It was just Swami in action. Swami is love, and the love in action through the service and sincerity of all the people in the hospital only brings tears to my eyes. Swami always said, the doctor treats, I heal. And here you can see that spirit pervade this entire building and space and all the people, their minds and hearts. Really, I have no words to say, but this is the true living miracle of Swami.
Om Sai Ram. Swami told that if you lift your hand to help, to serve, to console, to encourage another person, you are lifting the hand to serve God, for God exists in each and every person. I'm glad and delighted to know that these ideals and teachings of Swami are being practiced for the last 25 years at the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Prashantigram, Puttaparthi. It's indeed a proud moment for all of us when we are celebrating 25 years of human service in the field of medicine. This esteemed hospital is a gift by Swami to the world, where so many needy patients have benefited. I congratulate all the staff of this hospital for the dedication and their service to Swami and his ideals. I'm sure Swami will continue to provide a lot of strength to all the staff to service him to their heart's content and make their life purposeful, meaningful, and holy.
Sai Ram, in my 25 years of international cricket, I met with a lot of injuries, a lot of challenges. And in all those challenges and injuries, there were doctors around me. There were good physios around me to help me. I cannot imagine my career without being helped by them. You know, without their commitment, it's impossible to go out and play the way one does. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the doctors, all the physios, all the people who've helped me for so many years. I remember playing a cricket match in Puttaparthi. It was called Unity Cup, and Baba himself was there, and he graced the occasion, he blessed us. I was fortunate enough to receive a trophy also at the end of the match from him. And whatever time I have been able to spend with Baba and get his blessings, get his advice on various things is priceless. I want to applaud the doctors' efforts, nurses, the administration for maintaining world-class standards when it comes to treating their patients. It's from the heart and they care about their patients. I'm so sure that you'll continue to do so for years to come. And a big, big congratulations to all of you for completing 25 years.
Earlier this year, a team of assessors had visited our hospital as part of the NABS certification process. They too came, saw, and were conquered by the philosophy. This hospital has acquired the prestigious NABH certification. But far more importantly, members of the assessing team, inspired by this philosophy, have decided to offer some services in their respective hospitals free of cost.
There is something in this place that cannot be described. It can only be experienced.
Interesting you say that, Professor. Dr. Gurumurthy, our esteemed director, also feels the same way.
After I came to this hospital, I started doing plastic surgery work. The amount of complicated cases coming here is enormous. And some of the cases, they have gone to so many places, but they cannot afford, they come here. Some of them, even in a major hospital like a tertiary teaching hospital, a case which can be managed but develops some or the other complication, and at the end morbidity will be more, sometimes mortality also will be there. But in this hospital specialties, morbidity is almost nil, mortality is not there. This type of even major surgery done and patient can be discharged in the shortest possible time. It's all by the grace of Swami. We call it as a X factor. All the patients whom we treat here are liable to be totally cured and sent home. This is the specialty of this hospital, which treats both mentally, physically, and spiritually.
This is not a hospital. This is a temple. Because everywhere we go, we see Swami, Swami's sayings, Swami's images, his videos. It feels like he is here all the time, moving through the corridors, wards, operation theaters. And where God is, isn't that a temple?
Wonderfully spoken, Santosh. But let me tell you, Swami wants us to go one step further. Let us hear Dr. Iyer tell us why he thinks this is a temple of healing.
Bhagwan always calls this place temple of healing. Over a period of time I realized whatever today I have by way of so-called knowledge, it was because of the patients. If I didn't have these kind of patients, where would I get the knowledge? Everybody would be sitting at home and doing a postal correspondence course in medicine and getting degrees. The whole field or branch of medicine involves learning from the patients. And here was an institution which Bhagwan has created where there was no dearth of patients as regards number, as regards spectrum. I have had not one innumerable number of people coming from various parts of this country and coming from abroad telling that 1 week stay in the outpatient of the cardiology department of the hospital, you don't see this spectrum even in 3 years in other places. So what I got today, it came from patients. So I am then the priest. The gods are the patients. These are living gods. And what we are offering by way of so-called treatment, that is the archana or the oblation or the worship you are offering. So it is indeed a temple of healing.
This is truly a living miracle of love, the love of God for man. I have realized that only that knowledge which serves the society is worth acquiring.
I have realized that you are the doctor and healer within me.
I had come to an institution of medicine, but in addition, I have experienced a temple of healing.
I deal with X-ray radiation every day as a radiotechnologist. What I have learned is that we all must truly radiate Swami's love to the patients.
నేను పని కోసం ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాను, కానీ ఈ ఆసుపత్రిలో స్వామి వారి దివ్య సన్నిధి కూడా అందింది.
As an electrical engineer, I have realized that Swami is the current that flows through every inch of this hospital and lights up the lives of all of us.
I have joined the hospital to help in healing the patients. In the process, I have been healed.
As a medical administrator and quality coordinator, I realized the Swami has bestowed upon us an opportunity to also grow spiritually and lead a quality life.
I have realized that while I open the bodies, Swami, you put life back into them.
While I manage the operations, you are managing mine.
I have realized that you are the one pulsating, beating in my heart, and this heart is yours forever.
He is the doctor. He is the surgeon. He is the patient and the treatment. This is the Sathya Sai way, the journey and the destination. That is why this is the SSSIHMS. Sri Sathya Sai. I am the heart of medical science.
This is the temple of healing, made of love of God, made by the will of God. This is the temple of healing, filled with faith in God, filled with joy and hope. Karishma ye tera hai, ईसाई लाया सवेरा है, करिश्मा ये तेरा है, ईसाई लाया सवेरा है, लाखों हजारों का प्यार साई तुझ में ही पाया है, तू ही है आसमां, तू ही है आशियां, तू ही है आसमां, तू ही है आशियां, हर सांस साई है, तू ही जहां, हर सांस साई है, तू ही जहां. जाति मत कुल भेदालु कानरावु, स्वामी आशय रूपमौ आलयंबु, जाति मत कुल भेदालु कानरावु, स्वामी आशय रूपमु आलयंबु, इलकु मन स्वामी इच्चिन दीवेनरा, ఇలకు మన స్వామి ఇచ్చిన దీవెనరా 25 వసంతాల పండగరా తూ హీ హై ఆసమా तू ही है आशियाँ तू ही है आसमां तू ही है आशियाँ हर सांस साई है तू ही जहाँ हर सांस साई है तू ही जहाँ తరలి వచ్చుటకు ప్రతి రోగి ఇష్టపడును అడుగు ఇడగానే బాధలు అడుగునంటూ తరలి వచ్చుటకు ప్రతి రోగి ఇష్టపడును అడుగు ఇడగానే బాధలు అడుగునంటూ ప్రేమతో మనసు వికసించు దినదినంబు ప్రేమతో మనసు వికసించు దినదినంబు స్వామి మా హృదయ వందనాలు అందుకోము మానవ సేవా ही माधव सेवा है जन सेवा ही जनार्दन सेवा है नर सेवा ही नारायण सेवा है जन सेवा ही जनार्दन सेवा है परोपकारार्थम इदं शरीरम परोपकारार्थम इदं शरीरम करिश्मा तेरा है किसा लाया सवेरा है करिश्मा तेरा है किसा लाया सवेरा है लाखों हजारों का प्यार साई तुझ में ही पाया है तू ही है आसमां तू ही है आशियाँ तू ही है आसमां तू ही है आशियाँ हर सांस साई है तू ही जहाँ हर सांस साई है तू ही हर सांस साई है तू ही हर सांस साई है तू ही मातङ्गवदनानन्द सदना मातङ्गवदनानन्द सदना शम्भो नन्दन आतङ्गवदनानन्द सदना माय विनाशक मूषिकवाहन माय विनाशक मूषिकवाहन माता महेश्वरी भवानी नन्दन माता महेश्वरी भवानी नन्दन महागणपते मङ्गलचरणा महागणपते मङ्गलचरणा महागणपते मङ्गलचरणा मातङ्गवदनानन्द सदना महादेव शिव शम्भो नन्दन मातङ्गवदनानन्द सदना माय विनाशक मूषिकवाहन माता महेश्वरी भवानी नन्दन महागणपते मङ्गलचरणा महागणपते मङ्गलचरणा महागणपते मङ्गलचरणा मातङ्गवदना आनन्द सदना केशवा माधवा जय माधवा जय देवा मधुसूदना नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर माया मानुष वेशाधर माया मानुष वेशलीला केशवा माधवा जय देवा नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर केशवा माधवा जय देवा मधुसूदना
जय जय रामा जानकी रामा जय जय रामा जानकी रामा रघुकुल भाजा रामा रघुकुल
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ॐ जय जगदीश दैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओजाई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ॐ जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Om Shri Sai Ram. With Bhagwan's divine blessings, tomorrow morning, the 35th convocation ceremony of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, the Sai Kulwant Hall will be opened for entry at 9:30. The convocation proceedings will commence at 10:30 a.m. with the ceremonial procession from Yajur Mandiram. The chief guest for this year's ceremony is Dr. R. Chidambaram, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India and Homi Bhabha Professor of Atomic Energy. The morning session in Sai Kulwant Hall will conclude with Mangal Aarti, followed by Bhagwan's Divya Darshan. Sai Kulwant Hall will commence at 4:30 chanting. At 5 p.m., the Sai Krishna Awards for Excellence in Teaching in the Sri Sathya Sai system of integral education will be presented at each of the 4 campuses of the university. The award ceremony will be followed by the convocations of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning titled Range Mohabbat, the color of love. The evening session in Sai Kulwant Hall will conclude with bhajans and Mangalarti, followed by Bhagwan's Divya Darshan. Jai Sai Ram.
ఓం శ్రీ సాయిరామ్. స్వామివారి దివ్యానుగ్రహ ఆశీస్సులతో సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపంలో రేపటి ఉదయము శ్రీ సత్యసాయి ఉన్నత విద్యాసంస్థ యొక్క 35వ స్నాతకోత్సవం జరగనుంది. సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపంలోనికి 9:30 నుండి భక్తులు ప్రవేశించగలరు. రేపటి స్నాతకోత్సవ కార్యక్రమం 10:30 యజుర్మందిరం నుండి వచ్చే సాంప్రదాయక ఊరేగింపు మహోత్సవంతో ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. భారత ప్రభుత్వానికి శాస్త్రీయ సలహాదారు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ అటామిక్ ఎనర్జీలో హోమీ బాబా ప్రొఫెసర్ అయినటువంటి డాక్టర్ ఆర్ చిదంబరం రేపటి స్నాతకోత్సవానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా విచ్చేయుచున్నారు. సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపంలో రేపటి ఉదయ కార్యక్రమం భజనతో కొనసాగి మంగళహారతితో ముగిను. అనంతరం స్వామివారి దివ్య దర్శనం. సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపం 6 గంటలకు వేద పఠనంతో ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. 5 గంటలకు శ్రీ సత్యసాయి ఉన్నత విద్యాసంస్థకు చెందిన 4 క్యాంపస్ల్లో శ్రీ సత్యసాయి సమగ్ర విద్యా విధానం యందు బోధనా అంశంలో ప్రతి క్యాంపస్ నుండి విశిష్ట ప్రతిభను కనబరిచిన అధ్యాపకులకు సాయి కృష్ణ పురస్కారాలు ప్రదానం చేయబడతాయి. తదుపరి శ్రీ సత్యసాయి ఉన్నత విద్యాసంస్థ విద్యార్థులు రంగే మొహబ్బత్, ప్రేమ యొక్క వర్ణము అను పేరిట స్నాతకోత్సవ నాటికను ప్రదర్శిస్తారు. సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపంలో రేపటి సాయంకాల కార్యక్రమం భజనతో కొనసాగి మంగళహారతితో ముగియను. అనంతరం స్వామివారి దివ్య దర్శనం. జై సాయిరామ్.
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्.